Good morning. Today is Friday, January the 1st, 2021. A whole new year with new possibilities. It's warm here this morning. It's going to be like in the mid-70s today. It's kind of humid. It's been raining off and on during the night. But a whole new year. Larry went out. He got a head of broccoli out of these are the ones that's growing into containers, and some carrots. So we can have a salad today. That'll be good. January the 1st. Hear all the trucks out there from the deer hunters or dove hunters. I made broccoli salad out of the broccoli that Larry picked. And it's got in it our broccoli and our carrots and our onions. It's really good. It's still January the 1st, and the temperature is 75 degrees. And kind of cloudy, but 75. I made cinnamon rolls again today. This time I used white flour instead of whole wheat, and they turned out a lot better. It's January 2nd, time to take the Christmas tree down. I'm trying something different this year. I'm sorting all the ornaments as I take them off the tree, and then I'll put them in the boxes. Usually I take one off and try to find the box that goes in, but I think this might be easier. At least I'm giving it a try. But time to put it away till next year. No, time to put it away till December. I'm taking the leaves off the tree. Ecclesiastes says to everything there is a season. And I guess this season is over. Guess I could turn the tree on and let it turn. Okay, that's enough. For January, I've decorated the mantel with ducks. This is Larry's duck collection, and it is duck season now. And I've got the cross stitch of ducks back that Reva made for us. For Larry. It's Sunday and time for church.
Hope everybody is having, so far, what are we on, day 3 of the new year? Hope so far it has been better than last year. I know last year was a hard year for a lot of people. So that's my prayer for really everyone that we need a respite, don't we? We need something. Please stand out of the honor of the reading of the Word of God. It says, "For as high as the heavens are above the earth, so great is His faithful love for those who fear Him. As far as the east is from the west, so far has He removed our transgressions from us. As a father has compassion on his children, so the Lord has compassion on those who fear Him. For He knows what we are made of, remembering that we are dust."
We came here to the cemetery and changed the flag on Loretta's grave and got some flowers put on it. The others are still good. It's time for church in North Carolina. I'm going to listen to the pastor.
You ask humbly and earnestly. You know what it is to ask earnestly? With intense devotion. Supplications are humble prayers that are intensely devoted on what needs to be done. You and I have got to get back to the point that we spend more time praying for the lost than we do for ourselves.
This is January the 4th and the roofers are here. I put the snowflakes and snowmen on my seasonal tree for winter, January. They're getting a new valley put in. The shingles off. They're taking up plywood to replace some bad underneath the shingles.
Brownie.
They said it's really bad around the chimney. We're here eating lunch from Burger King by the creek. And you see the creek's almost bank full. Must be from the rain we had last week around New Year's. We had to come into town to do just a couple of errands from home. We did it all from drive-thrus.
That's the first place it always leaks, seems like.
Yes, sir. He's going to make some new flashing now for that chimney.
That's good. I've often worried about this.
You know, at least they thought enough of you to try to come help you.
Well, you're right about that. So they did their best, and that's all you can ask.
I'm using the bread maker again, and it's puffed up pretty. All nice and smooth. I hope it don't fall, but it's pretty right now. My bread is pretty. It didn't fall. There's all new shingles right there. We're here at the church. Larry's going back there to check out that old dead tree. Let's see if there's any good firewood that we can get in it, or from it. There's good wood, so Larry's going to cut the smaller pieces. We can't handle those great big trunks, but some of these other ones we can do. Yep, here we go. I'll be loading. Well, we got this much wood before we ran out of energy. We were going to cut till we ran out of gas. And we ran out of gas before the chainsaw did. So this is still a good amount. It'll keep us going a day or two. We're trying out our potato peeler.
Maybe we ought to center this thing a little more.
Well, it's doing all right.
Okay.
This is our first potato. We regrouped and put the potato back on.
Oh, it cuts off automatically.
Oh, there it is. We're going to cut that little strip with a knife. Next one will probably do better.
It's too much to do at one time.
Well, they're separate. Take the bottom one down a little bit to start peeling. There. Now you can take the other one down. Now you gotta move it from back there.
Okay. Are we ready?
I think so.
I don't want to cut this thing here.
Well, you won't.
Okay. Second try.
Number 2 potato. Wow.
That one did all right.
Yeah, that's good for people with arthritis.
It wasn't too bad. You've heard the expressions, shoestring potatoes. There you go. Fry them up.
Yeah, potato 4, you got all the fine points. We're having potatoes for supper. This side of the roof is all done. Got the flashing around the chimney. This is the end here where the bedrooms are, and it's done. They still have to take the shingles off this side, but they're ready to go in the morning. Got the machine there all ready to put the old shingles in. This is Wednesday, and they're going to do the front side of the house. They're putting the tar paper on, and there's a place right there above that equipment where they patched a place. They took out the wood and put in new piece of plywood. And they're getting ready to cut the ridge vents. Oh, there's a hole there at the corner. They're patching it. There's a hole there at the corner. They patched it. It's cutting the ridge vent. Tar paper's going on over here yet. I'm back at Betty's, and we're getting ready to take the decorations off her tree, box them up, and put them back in the shed till Christmas this year. We got the Christmas tree all packed up and put away. All the Christmas things are put away. Well, that's a lie, poinsettia. It'll stay for a while, but it's all done. Our local Piggly Wiggly was having a truckload sale on meat, so we went and stocked up. We were getting low on hamburger. So
we ended up with 10 pounds of meat and still got a pack of bologna and 3 cans of ham.
Spam.
A spam.
Yeah, we got the spam in the little cans. We haven't been able to find them other places, so we got the small cans while we could. And bologna and want to make more ham salad. But we're about out of hamburger, so we'll be busy frying this all up. And this right here is the Boston butt. I'm going to cook all it and freeze it. And that over there is sliced pork loin with the bone in it and chicken. I'm going to freeze some of the chicken and can some of it. So we're going to be busy this afternoon. This is the pulled pork. This right here is the big one, and this is the smaller one. And the big one and small one together cost $15. And when we go to Duke's, it's $13 for a meal. And so this is all ready to go in the freezers. Each of these bags has 3 individual bags in it. An individual bag has a cup and a half of cooked meat. 3, 6, 9, 12. 12 bags, 12 meals of 1.5 cups each. So 12 meals, plus we got all this to do yet. So we're coming out way ahead. We got the rub on the Boston butt and ready to put it in the oven. Just have to put the foil on top. I hear pinging in my pressure canner. That means my chicken is sealing. I've got 12 half-pint jars in there. I'm back at Betty's, and this is what we did today. We put tape on the floor, trying to decide where the cabinet doors were open to, and if she has room where the oven door opens, where the refrigerator opens, to see if she has room for an island. And not to do it comfortably. The island's just too big. We're here at Walmart to get our groceries. I put an order in online 4 times and it was canceled each time. So we got here at 6 o'clock to pick up our groceries ourselves. But they don't open till 7. So we went to Burger King and got breakfast. Look at that. All the frosts and cold nights we've had, you can see it's all frosted. And there's a Gerber daisy blooming. Very resilient. This is Sunday the 10th.
Our call to worship number 361. We have come into His house.
Working very hard on a message to do this morning, and when everything happened this week, the Capitol and just everything going on in our country, and I felt needed a time of prayer. I felt like our country is we're in a time of social unrest, and there's a lot of turmoil going on. My message I wrote is going to wait a week. Y'all will hear it next week. But this week, I feel like we need to spend this time pouring our hearts out for our country.
Okay, this is the pastor from North Carolina. He was speaking about Enoch as an example for us today. And they were doing the service online because of all the snow and the bad weather they had up there.
And how we are praying that hopefully this whole mess will be behind us sooner rather than later. Things are going well and seems to be trying to improve, and we just need to be much in prayer for that, much in prayer for each believer throughout the world, that we could all stand on the truth from the Word of God and stand for God and do the things that are necessary in His service. Also be much in prayer for our nation. As there's so much turmoil in our nation, let's just pray that the Lord will truly put us back to a nation that trusts in Him, but that will begin with you and I as believers standing on the truth from the Word of God.
Our niece took.
Talking to David and Jill.
Hey.
We'll see you on my video.
Mm-hmm.
And Fletcher will get all confused.
That's pretty much his natural state.
We sure are enjoying our broccoli salad with the broccoli Larry's been growing. Today is Tuesday, January the 12th, and we're on our way to Charleston for Larry to see his cancer doctor. It's 9:23 and 46 degrees. Larry wanted to get some cracked corn for the chickens, so we're here at the feed store.
So the neuropathy's a little worse, back pain's worse than last year.
As far as doing anything, that's right.
And how about night sweats?
No.
Any-
Have a lot of drainage.
Yeah.
It just constantly gets worse all the time. Almost chokes me a lot of times. I wake up.
My goodness, that sounds like allergies.
Yeah.
Are you taking anything?
I take a pill when it gets real bad.
Your weight looks good,
Mm-hmm.
blood pressure's good, all your vital signs are good.
Oh, good. All the blood work.
The blood work looks good. Your hemoglobin is a little better. You were just slightly anemic last year, but that looks better today. Your white blood cell count and your platelet count look good. Those are in the normal range.
Okay.
Your kidney numbers look a little bit better. Your creatinine was 1.6. Now it's in the normal range at 1.4.
Okay.
Your potassium is just barely high, which it seems like you kind of go just above the normal range and back in,
down,
and just
that's right.
above and back in. So I'm not really concerned about that as long as
Okay.
you're not taking any potassium.
No.
Okay. And then your liver numbers and other electrolytes look good.
Okay. That sounds great.
I mean, you might need some imaging of your back if it's, gotten worse recently, and see if there's something going on there that could be addressed to help with the pain.
It's 106 and 50 degrees, and we're on our way home from the doctor's. Larry's oncologist is ordering a PET scan CT, to make sure that his back pain's not cancer. So they'll be letting us know when they come in for that scan. We went through the Hardee's drive-thru and got lunch, and we're getting the truck filled with gas. Larry's cutting on this other dead tree that's on the fence, eucalyptus. We got the rope. Larry, I need to tie it. I can't hold it. I need to tie it. I hope this holds. Come on. You gonna pull?
Yeah. Hold it. Let me cut a little bit more.
It's tied on that fence post. Tied on that fence post. There it is. Came right where it should. I gotta untie it now. Now we have to bring it in, add to our stack. This is a daily chore. Firewood keeps you warm twice. Once when you cut it and again when you stack it.
Some of these, I don't know.
I can put them in the copper kettle. This wood's good and dry, I think.
Pump it about 3 times. That's what it. know,
There's how much we got out of that tree.
that's not all of it.
Well, yeah, there's a little bit of trunk left over there yet. And there's where we take it in. Our hens gave us 5 eggs today. They've been doing real good, 5 and 6 and 7. And here it is, January. We got a fire going.
Okay. But
I got here to church early. I have to present the treasurer's report. I need to make copies so we could pass it out during the meeting, but nobody's here yet except for one girl next to me. I have my mask. Larry decided not to come. It's time to get more firewood. My friend Bonnie had some trees down she said we could have. This is a long tree.
I think it's rotten.
It's rotten.
Yeah.
Cutting down a dead tree.
Right, whatever it is.
We moved on up to another tree. There's a pile of right here too. So we'll get wood out of here hopefully. The people are running out of gas, so we're going to quit, but got a lot of it here. You can see how much we got here. This is on the back end. We put the smaller stuff in the front. So, more wood to burn. We got about 5 pieces that we have to split. This is where we stacked the rest of the wood that was on the truck. You're out of the weather. It's nice and dry and ready to burn. That right there, small pieces on the ends from one of our other trees. This is what we got today. And there's a couple of big cedar pieces back there yet. We got the wood all split. We stacked it right here. It's got to dry a little more. The spinach has grown. We're going to have to transplant some of it out of there. And we got more carrots in here. Wait for them to come up. And we got lettuce ready to eat again. I think I'll eat some of that tomorrow. And lettuce here is growing. We transplanted some of that into the pots. And the onions are okay. The arugula has grown quite a bit. We had some of it for lunch in our salad. And the beans are hanging in there growing. They were starting to kind of droop over a little. But potatoes growing nicely. And the squash looks pretty good. These two. We still have all those tomatoes left on that plant. This is the biggest tomato we got getting ripe. It's kind of 2 in 1. The smaller one. Betty's asparagus ferns have perked up and are looking pretty good. That's my asparagus fern back there. I still got banana peppers growing and coming on, and some green peppers too. I made brownies this afternoon with pecans in them, and I tried baking them in a metal cake pan for a change and see if that'll make them cook better all the way around, and I think it did. I'm going to try one. We're getting close to a taste test. The general opinion is they were pretty tasty. I'm glad I made them. Larry's going to have more later with a cup of coffee. This is Friday the 15th, and we're back to get more firewood. Ready to get to work. We got all big pieces just about today. I'm ready to stop. I'm just waiting on Larry. He said he'd get one more. Well, you can see the big tree is a lot shorter. All this down through here is gone. Larry didn't want to quit yet. He wants to get some of these limbs here. We got a few more smaller pieces from that limb. So I'm going to take it home. I'm here at Betty's and we've been working in her office today. We got some things, all these rows of boxes are gone. And we know what's in these boxes and what she's going to do with it. And she got the top of the desk pretty much cleared off. We're just going to put those cords and things in bags. But we made some progress. A little bit of time gets it done. And with these, where the screw holes were here in the back door, we found the little plastic caps and put them in the holes. So the holes are all covered with the little caps now like they're supposed to be. Further back, I'm leaving Betty's. I'm leaving Betty's now. I'm gonna go pick up pizza. Bye. I left Betty's. I've been in lines ever since. There's a line over there at the drugstore. I went to the bank and it was 3 places were open and they were all backed up. And now I'm here at Little Caesars and it's backed up around the building. So it's time for lines. I ordered ahead so mine should be ready once I get up there. As you can see, we enjoyed our 3-meat pizza. I meant to film the chickens today. They're all doing fine, but I just didn't get to it. So I'll say good night. God bless.